Ryan Higgins here now as we're joined by A.J. Long as he gets set for his second career start. And A.J., let's go back to the first career start. What was the feeling like when you were out there knowing you were starting last week?
I wouldn't say that it was much different than the weeks before. It was just, it was gratifying to think about afterwards. I think, well, it was your first career start. You got your first win, and now that you have that under your belt, nothing really is any bigger from here on out unless you play in the national championship. And you just got to make sure week in, week out that you continue to prepare more and more for the opponents because they have more film on you. So the more that they have, the more that they're capable of doing.
I know you said, and Coach Lester said after the game, there's ups and downs as there's going to be in a first career start. What did you learn that you need to improve on from last week?
I have to make sure before it plays that I don't just mentally clock out. There was times in the game where I would think about a play and I would predetermine what was going to happen beforehand because in high school I was able to do that and I'd get away with it. Now I can't do that because they can do a whole bunch of different things before the snap. They can roll to cover 3. They can go from cover 3 to cover 6. There's so many things that are capable of happening. I have to make sure that my mind is focused and I'm ready to go.
I have to ask you about this freshman connection that's building between you and Steve Ishmael. You hit him for 2 touchdowns against Florida State, but I think in many ways some of the passes and receptions you had this game may have been more impressive than even those Florida State ones.
As I said before, he is a great receiver. You put it within a foot, it's 3 feet radius of him, he's going to come down with it. He's just been blessed with the ability to catch a football, and I'm grateful I get to throw the ball to him.
You might have to fight Coach Schaefer for him. It looked like he wanted to play quarterback again after the game. He said, I kind of want to get out there and throw some to Steve.
Hey, if Coach Schaefer wants to get out there, I'm more than welcome to compete with him too.
All right, I got to ask you about this on your right bicep right there. You're rocking a Syracuse tattoo. How'd you know you were ready to go with that? And you can also see it sort of on there every time you're cocked back to throw a pass.
Really, after I committed, I was just like, I'm not going anywhere. There's no school that could possibly pull me away from this place. So, why not? When people see it, it's just like, geez, he really loves his school. He enjoys being there. And when I was in high school, everybody was like, what if you don't like it there? What if it's not like what you expect it to be? I was like, well, I've been there 19 times, so I'm pretty sure I have a good feel of what's going to happen and what it's going to be like. So, it's just all for love for the school.
All right, don't hold him back on us here. You got to show it to us here a little bit right now. There it is, the Syracuse on the arm. You see it every time he's tossing a pass downfield. And let's get into Clemson here. Wake Forest is one thing. Was not sold out, was not 75,000 people. They call Clemson Death Valley, and they call it that for a reason. What do you expect this Saturday to be like?
This Saturday is going to be insane. We get to play Clemson on their homecoming weekend in Death Valley. There's not too many venues, if any venues, in college football that is better than Death Valley on homecoming. Watching them a couple years ago when they played Georgia there, when they had Sammy Watkins and Taj Boyd, when they run down the hill and those balloons come up, that's an electric environment. And then you have 81,500 people sitting there, plus standing room, plus all the people that are around the stadium. That city just shakes. It's gonna be a once in a lifetime experience to get to experience it in your second career start. I'm gonna have to go back there my junior year, and that's gonna be just as fun and it's gonna be just as gratifying. But I don't think there's gonna be anything like it just being in there for the first time.
That said, you could play them in an empty field and they'd still have pros coming at you across that front line. You've watched a little tape at this point of the week. What's that defensive line led by Vic Beasley look like?
That defensive line they're NFL caliber players across the entire board. You're going from Vic Beasley to number 9 to number 90, number 50. You can go through up and down their defensive line, and that's NFL caliber talent across the entire board.